that in 1919 you had the fourth and final onion plague. It was a cutworm blight. There had been ones in the late 1880s. There were a couple in the 1890s, but in 1919, the final and most devastating cutworm plague completely destroyed the onion industry, which was, you know, ubiquitous around here, including Weston. That spread so fast, Leslie. It had almost the speed of the Irish potato famine, where it would spread, you know, within a matter of weeks. Most of the onions would have died. And what's also interesting is if you look at the headlines of 1918 and 1919, what was also happening was it was some of the wettest summers recorded in memory. So you have headlines in the Westport Herald, which were wheat not fit for pigs. So you had the wheat crop was completely destroyed. And not only that, you also had a potato crop, a massive failure. So what happened was in the two at max 3 years before Prohibition really hits, the farmer's livelihood in Connecticut, which is never, you know, easy to begin with. You don't think of Connecticut and farming in the same sentence, right?
Rocky soil, difficult. That's
yeah, you know, it's not what you and I would invest in terms of where to invest in farming. Connecticut is not, you know, high on that list. So, and as we had talked about previously, what you had was farmers desperately needed income, so they had two options. One was to sell, and what the farmers are also doing is leasing their now empty storehouses. They had storehouses. Sometimes they were individually owned. Sometimes they'd be collectively owned. So you would have a big storehouse down by the beach along Sherwood Island, maybe coast of Westport. Southport was a big location, Fairfield, where these would have been picked up by sloops and ships and schooners to take their agrarian produce, mostly to New York for the most part. But now you had empty warehouses because there was no food stuck in them. So what they did was they substituted booze. So they would fill up, the rum runners would fill up those storehouses with booze, and therefore you had this relationship with the farmers